Good morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the weekly tech review of Bitcoin and Cardano's ADA. We'll be looking at the weekly support, resistance and pivot levels, the moving averages and the MACDs for the week of the 20th of July. Looking at Bitcoin against the dollar and the daily candlesticks, we're looking at the weekly resistance, support and pivot levels, the MACD and the moving averages. Slightly bearish start to the week. Going to need to see Bitcoin break back through the pivot at 9,200 to support a run of this first major resistance level sitting at 93.80. Going to need to see support from the broader market for a breakout from last week's high that was 93.50 last Monday. So barring an extended crypto rally through the week, the first major resistance level at 93.80 and resistance at 9,400 should cap any upside in the week. Failure to break through that pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 90.55 into play. Barring an extended crypto sell-off through the week, 23.6% fib sitting at 8,900 should limit any downside. If we're looking at the trend analysis, we're going to need to see Bitcoin break out from 9,500 levels to target this first key resistance level at 9,795. Going to need to see a breakout through to 9,900 to support a run at the major resistance level at 10,398 to support bullish trend form back in mid-March. Fall through the first major weekly support level through to the 23.6% fib would bring this first major support level at 88.55 into play. A fall through there, and then we could see a breakdown through to sub 8620 that would deliver a bullish trend reversal. If we're looking at the moving averages, we're seeing a slight narrowing of the 50 against the 100 and 200, suggestive of a possible bearish start through the week. We're seeing the MACD pinch, however, with a bullish histogram forming. So a move through that pivot through to 9,400 would support a breakout through the week. Moving across to Cardano's ADA against the dollar. Slightly bearish week last week following some solid consecutive weekly gains. Going to need to see Cardano's ADA break through the pivot at 1260 to support a run of this first major resistance level sitting at 1350. Support from the broader market to break out from last week's high 1369 would then bring 14s back into play. Failure to break through the pivot, and we could see a pullback through to test the first major support level sitting at 1150. Barring extended sell-off, we should see Cardano's ADA avoid sub 0.1s. We've got the second major support level sitting at 1060. There's also the 23.6% fib sitting at 1125 to provide support in the week. Looking at the moving averages, we're seeing a slight widening of the 50 from the 100 and 200, suggestive of a possible bullish week ahead. This bearish crossover, however, and a widening of the histograms on the MACD. So we're going to need to see Cardano's ADA break through 1260 and move back through to 13s to support that run at 14s. On the trend analysis, that key resistance level sitting at 1409, that's going to be a major resistance for Cardano's ADA in the event of a breakout. A breakout through there, and we're going to see support for that near-term bullish trend form back in mid-March. A breakdown through to sub-10s, however, would then bring this key support level sitting at 7.2s into play. We should see Cardano's ADA avoid sub-10s, however, barring a crypto meltdown in the week.